Quazi here. It's a beautiful day out here in Boston, and I'm by the Charles River Esplanade. And today I want to talk to you about how to have more fulfilling relationships, whether it be with your friends, especially for your significant other, for your partners, and how to really have a more fulfilling relationship where both of you get what you want and it's not just one way or the other. And I found this out personally in my life through difficult circumstances getting into a new relationship myself, as you may know. And I want to share with you some principles that have helped me have a more fulfilling one. But before I begin, I just want to quickly announce that I'm doing a free giveaway of my book, Life Mastery, where this has all of the principles and techniques that I use every single day to live a more fulfilling life and to just manifest whatever reality I want effortlessly. And I'm giving this book away for free in the ebook format, so just comment Life Mastery down below to get a chance to win this book. I'll be picking one winner at the end of the week. And I'll be sending you a free copy of the ebook. So just comment Life Mastery down below for a chance to win. Now, before I begin this video, let's understand a concept called initial conditions. Now, in physics or in any sort of science background, an initial condition is what ultimately determines the fate of any system. So if you breed something in a particular initial condition and then you breed something else in another initial condition, it'll turn out completely different ways. Now, this turns out in the unconscious nature of reality and other things within reality. So if you talk about animals, if you breed a certain animal in a certain environment, it's going to turn out different than if you breed a certain animal in another way. But with human beings, it's different because human beings have conscious choices that they can make. But still, to a certain level, this law of initial conditions plays a huge part. So in understanding initial conditions, you might be asking, well, how does this relate to a relationship, Quazi? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. When you really adhere to certain principles and understand that when you begin a relationship, if you begin with a certain sort of principle that you're going to carry out, what your relationship stands for, what principles you stand for in the relationship, and you communicate it with your partner very, very clearly, then your relationship goes a completely different way than it would have gone if you didn't communicate this stuff. And I didn't do this first when I started my relationship, so I had rocky ups and downs, but you can begin your own initial conditions at the point in which you declare your principles. So the first thing that's important is to really understand which principles you live by and what's important to you. So for example, I'll share with you my personal principles. In a relationship, what I value the most are three things, which is first of all, honesty, and just crystal clear honesty. It doesn't matter, if it's going to hurt me or if it's going to hurt you, I'm going to be brutally honest, and I expect you to be brutally honest as well. And it's not like honesty in a stupid sense where you're just like trying to hurt the other person, like, oh, you look ugly today. Like, no, it's like honesty where it's calibrated honesty. So honesty regardless. So always be honest. And the second principle that I adhere to is clear communication. And I always expect my partner to always clearly communicate with me whenever she's dissatisfied with something that I did, whenever I'm dissatisfied with something she did, and give feedback. And that's how we improve together as a system. So this is the initial condition of the system. The third and final principle is interdependency. Now, interdependency means that you are both autonomous in your relationship, but you still have a symbiosis, and you sort of collaborate and help each other on your own goals. And what I expect in a relationship is me helping my partner achieve her goals and my partner helping me achieve my goals. So whenever we need help, there is always someone there to help. And it's never just, sacrificing yourself for someone else. Maybe if you want to do that out of the kindness of your heart, go for it, but it's not like something that you should have a headache over. So those are my three principles that are super, super, super important to me. And that's what I always establish before. And again, whenever I say super, super, super important, again, that's your personal balance. Find out what your balance is and live by it. So even balance is one of my personal principles in my life. So always declare your principles before you begin a relationship. And a lot of people don't do that, and it doesn't matter if you do it in the beginning or even somewhere towards the middle, because the fate of your relationship will completely pan out in a complete different way if you declare your principles. And this is what I found in my personal life. So we were getting into a lot more conflicts because it was unclear what we expected from each other. So, me and my girlfriend, we would always get into fights every single week, and it would just be really stupid because it would be over little things, but then we really didn't know why we were getting into fights. And this just kept happening over and over and over again. And I just found out it's because, I would say that, oh, it's okay, baby, I don't expect anything from you, etc., etc. And she's like, oh, I don't expect anything from you either, no expectations, blah, blah, blah. But that's just stupid. That's not how a relationship works. Even the expectation of a no expectation is an expectation. So you can't really fully have no expectations. So just have clear expectations is what I'm asking you to do in order to have a fulfilled relationship. So that's why we declare our 3 principles, or however many principles you may have with your partner, whatever you value with your partner. And never, ever jeopardize your own principles, because then you'll just spiral into, problems. So first step is to always declare your 3 principles. And now you may be asking, oh, what happens if, my partner just completely just goes against my principles all the time? Well, then you know what you have to do. Because the truth is, in any sort of relationship, you always get what you tolerate. Like, you will, even in reality, you'll never be your highest dreams or whatever you wish to be. You will always be the lowest version of yourself, which you can accept and tolerate. So in a relationship, if you tolerate your partner's shitty behavior, then you'll get more of the shitty behavior. So my principle is, if anyone goes against my principles, if a person goes against my principles, then I don't tolerate it. I'll give you either feedback or show you that, that's not acceptable in this relationship. So again, show to your partner in some way that it's not acceptable that you treat me this way. And this is how you really get out of abusive relationships. Like, most people just stay in an abusive relationship because it's just comfortable, and they just think that staying in an abusive relationship is better than nothing and the unknown. And the truth is, most people are just afraid of the unknown, and they're like, oh, well, what if I don't find another relationship? Well, who said you need to have a relationship in the first place? Sometimes you'll just be happier if you're on your own. Like, it is better to have nothing than have something shitty that's draining you every single day. Because remember that there is positive, there is negative, and then there's neutral. Obviously, you want to strive for the positive, but neutral is much better than just negative altogether, something that's destroying you day by day. So always remember that you will only get what you tolerate. If you tolerate shitty behavior that jeopardizes your principles all of the time, and it just goes over and over the top, then that's what you will get. So always remember that establish your principles first of all, and then live by your principles, and that you don't tolerate anyone going against them, your partner going against them. And it's just stupid to break off a relationship because one time your partner goes against one of your principles. It's not that. Again, it's all about finding your personal balance where you're willing to draw the line. So just be clear about where you're willing to draw the line. Like, obviously you wouldn't let your partner cheat on you and then still be, maybe you might if circumstances vary, but at the same time, understand where you draw the line as well. So those are the 2 principles that have personally helped me in my relationship with my girlfriend. And after I implemented those and I was clear with her about what I expect from her. So one night we got into like a serious fight, and then I thought about it for a while, and I found out that the lack of clear expectations was just causing a lot of drama, a lot of problems in my relationship. So we decided to sit down and make it clear what we expect from each other. And once you do that, then the problems greatly, drastically reduce themselves. And sometimes, it's just the big experience, the painful experiences that you learn from, because pain is the greatest teacher. So the painful experience of having fights like those and just constant toxicity in relationships eventually can either make it a better relationship, you can use it to fuel up and get to a better relationship, or you can just completely end it off and just get worse and worse and start to believe that you're the victim of your circumstance. And we know, studying the law of attraction, because you're watching this video right now, therefore you know that this is not true, that you are the creator of your own reality. And I wish it to be that way for you for the rest of your life. So again, I hope this video helped, and I hope now you understand that it's important what initial conditions you set in your relationship, and if you can, always find out first what your principles are, and then clearly communicate it with your partner so they're clear as well, and they don't go against it. Second of all, don't tolerate. You only get what you tolerate, so understand where you draw the line between your principles getting violated. And with that, I sincerely hope this video helped, and if you like this kind of content, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this video. I know it's kind of different from all the law of attraction style videos, but I found out that this was something that I was going through in my personal life, so I wanted to share with you as well so that you may benefit. And also, I wanted to announce that I'm growing a massive Facebook group where I'll be sharing all of this kind of stuff. And also, we have a really great group where we have like 1,100 members and really, really, really great, wise people who are just sharing great value in the group. It's amazing. And also, I'll be interacting with you on a personal level in the group to diagnose your law of attraction practices and see where you can improve. Because I wish I had a group like this when I first started off with the law of attraction and becoming a creator of my reality. Because I didn't have a group like this and I didn't know what I was doing. So it would have been great to have a group like this for myself. And I encourage you to join and take advantage of this resource. So click on the link below to join. And I hope I see you there. Also, I'm sad to announce that the Reality Mastery program is closed for enrollment. And that's because we are at capacity for this month, but we will be opening up next month. So be sure to stick around for that. And if you didn't know what the Reality Mastery program was, it's basically an identity shifting program where we take you from the person you are now to the person you need to become in order to effortlessly manifest your goals and your dream life. Because I found out that the being paradigm is the most powerful paradigm of manifestation. Most people are focused on doing, or having, what they can take, but no one really focuses on becoming the person that actually attracts that thing into their lives. So once you focus on being, then you effortlessly attract that very thing you wish to expect in your life. So with that, I hope I see you at the free consult next month in May. We're going to be opening up again. And thanks for watching this video. Till next time. Peace.